What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Schlabcast Pick'em. This is week 11 already. Can't believe it. I'm Schlab1, one of the hosts. Let's get right into it. We had a Thursday night game that was actually like a decent lineup this time, and it turned out to be kind of a dud. Joe Burrow got hurt, going to be out for the year. I think all of us had the Ravens picked anyways, but kind of a bummer. Wasn't as quite the shootout game that we were hoping for on the Thursday. Moving into Sunday, we got Pittsburgh Steelers at Browns. I've got the Steelers here. Deshaun Watson out for the year with the shoulder surgery. Just too much up in the air for them right now. I think the Steelers can win this one. We'll see if the Browns D shows up. I don't know. We'll see. Next one is Bears at Lions. Easy pick here. I'm picking the Lions. They looked great last week in that shootout with the Chargers. I think they take care of the Bears easily at home. Lions looking good this year. Chargers at Green Bay. I picked the Chargers last week. I thought they had a chance to upset Detroit. It was a close game. Like I said, it was a shootout. I don't believe in Green Bay right now. I think the Chargers, although they've lost a couple of close games, I think they're still trending up. Gonna pick the Chargers going into Green Bay and winning. We'll see. I don't know. We got Las Vegas Raiders at Dolphins. I got to pick the Dolphins here. Dolphins are just way too good of a team. Raiders have played pretty decent. Got a couple of sneaky wins against some not-so-great teams the last couple weeks. Not much to say, though. I'm still picking the Dolphins, that high-flying offense. You go crazy. New York Football Giants at the Washington Commanders. This is an absolute snooze fest. Will not be catching much of this game. Picking the Commanders to win. Giants just big yikes. Dallas Cowboys at Carolina Panthers. Easy pick here. We got the Dallas Cowboys. Going to roll over young Bryce Young and the Panthers. Sorry, buddy, but Cowboys looking real good. I'm picking them. Now we go to the AFC South, and we got Tennessee and Jacksonville. I'm picking Jacksonville because they're the much better team here. Tennessee is just so all over the place. They have no identity. They don't know what kind of team they want to be. They don't know how to use Derrick Henry. They didn't trade him when they should have. Will Levis is very hot and cold, so I'm picking Jacksonville. I think they bounce back after kind of getting trounced last week in what we thought was going to be a better game. Jacksonville. Cardinals at Houston Texans. Cardinals had Kyler Murray come back last week. They got a miraculous last-second win over Fat Atlanta. And even though they are probably trending up, even sitting at 2-8, I have to pick my Houston Texans. They're riding high. I think they win again. I love C.J. Stroud so far. Definitely Rookie of the Year candidate. Just willing this team to wins, whether there's a second left, 20 minutes left, whatever it is, he's going to use it to his advantage. I'm picking Houston to win at home against the old look Kyler Murray Cardinals. Bucks at Niners. Picking the Niners here, easy. I like what Baker Mayfield's done with the Bucks in recent weeks, but easy Niners win here at home. Jets at Bills. Picking the Bills despite their terrible loss last week to Denver. Josh Allen's got to step up. He's got to stop turning the ball over. Few have been unlucky. I give him that, but he's got to take care of the football. I still think Bills can win at home. Seattle at Rams, NFC West showdown. Matt Stafford is rumored to be coming back. I still pick the Seahawks here. Rams just have looked good at times, but very inconsistent play. Seattle is kind of the same story, but I'm picking them to win here. The insane Josh Dobbs Vikings going into Denver Broncos. Just, I don't even know who to pick in this game. It's a coin flip. Both teams, they shock me every week, whether it's, good or bad. Dobbs has been able to just string these wins along. That being said, I'm picking Denver. I don't know why, but something is just telling me to pick Denver. The Vikings are probably going to win. I don't know. I'm picking Denver. I don't know why. That leads to the Monday night marquee matchup of Eagles at Chiefs. I'm picking the Eagles here. I think they're the better team, honestly. Super Bowl rematch. I think the Eagles just are a little bit hungrier. I don't know quite how to put it. KC has just kind of looked just there at times, So for that reason alone, I think it should be an insanely close matchup. Field goal to win at the end, maybe overtime. Who knows? I am going with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they can upset this game in Arrowhead. That should do it for your week 6 picks. Week 11 picks. Can't believe it's been that long so far. I'm Schlab1 Hefe out. See you next week.
What's up, guys? It's Andy, aka the Cali Bird, back again to give my picks for week 11. Currently sitting in third place, just a few games back from Jeff, and just a few games ahead of Caleb in fourth place. For the Thursday night game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, I had already picked the Ravens. Obviously was not expecting the season-ending injuries from both quarterback Joe Burrow of the Bengals as well as tight end Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Had just seen Baltimore as the better overall team despite how well Cincy's been playing and being at home. I just gave it to Baltimore. Seeing now that Joe Burrow's out for the season, Deshaun Watson for the Browns is also out for the season. It looks like it's just going to be the Baltimore Ravens division to lose. Steelers still hanging in there, maybe for a wild card. Speaking of those same Pittsburgh Steelers, they are in an AFC North divisional matchup again against the Cleveland Browns. I've been going back and forth in this game. Initially, I had the Browns penciled in, but seeing the loss of Deshaun Watson for the season is obviously a major factor. So having PJ Walker in at quarterback does give me a lot of questions. Their defense has been really solid. Steelers, while they have not been playing that well, despite their 6-3 record, it looks like they've been outgained in lots of yards in comparison to most teams. However, they've still been able to find a way to win, so kudos to them. Maybe they do it again in Cleveland. For right now, I have the Browns in, but you know what? Actually, the more I keep talking about this game and the Steelers finding ways to win, Deshaun Watson being out for the year, you know what? I'm going to change my pick right now, so I'm going to go with the Steelers. Next, we have Chicago Bears visiting the Detroit Lions in an NFC North divisional matchup. Chicago Bears coming off the Thursday night 3-point victory at home against the Carolina Panthers. This time going up against a much tougher Detroit Lions team on the road. Unlike the Detroit Lions, they already took down a tough Chargers team last week, so Lions looking like one of the top NFC teams, one of the top teams in the NFL in general, but definitely one of the top NFC teams, so give me the Lions. Next, we have Los Angeles Chargers visiting the Green Bay Packers. Los Angeles Chargers, as I was saying, coming off the loss against the Lions. Head coach Brandon Staley's seat just keeps growing hotter and hotter by the day, taking on the Green Bay Packers, who are trending down right now despite being at home. Jordan Love started out hot and started to cool out over time, while the Chargers are still remain one of those teams that are just right on the cusp of trying to win now and struggling a little bit with their identity at times and trying to piece it all together. This should be an easy win for them, so give me the Chargers. Las Vegas Raiders visiting the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins coming off of a bye, and they're going to be at home. Las Vegas Raiders, as of the last couple of weeks, having since fired Josh McDaniels, they've been trending up. Just overall vibes, everything, the positivity is just really in a good place for them. However, it seems like they may have met their match this week against the Miami Dolphins, just a better overall team. I like the Dolphins. Another divisional matchup, this time between NFC East rivals. We have the New York Giants visiting the Washington Commanders. New York Giants coming off a brutal blowout to the Dallas Cowboys, visiting the Commanders, coming off of a 3-point loss to the Seattle Seahawks. Commanders at home, Sam Howell's been playing pretty well. Giants losing Daniel Jones once again, and it's going to be Tommy DeVito, undrafted rookie quarterback. Give me the Commanders. Dallas Cowboys visiting the Carolina Panthers. As we were saying, Dallas Cowboys just blew out the New York Giants. Now they get to face Bryce Young on the road, albeit, but a team that just struggled to beat Tyler Bagent. So give me the Cowboys in what looks like to be another blowout in back-to-back weeks. Next, we have Tennessee Titans visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another divisional matchup, this time in the AFC South. Tennessee Titans most recently losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Will Levis, rookie quarterback for the Titans, looks like he's been cooling off a little bit, taking on a upset Jacksonville Jaguars team who just got it handed to them by the San Francisco 49ers last week. So I like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next, we have the 2-win Arizona Cardinals visiting the Houston Texans. Arizona Cardinals getting their second win of the year this last week against the Atlanta Falcons. Kyler Murray's return obviously boosted the whole offense and the team in general, taking on rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, who's been extremely hot, arguably the hottest quarterback the past few weeks. Texans most recently having beaten the Bengals. Seeing how it's been trending lately, this one's easy pick. Give me Houston Texans at home. And then next we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers visiting the San Francisco 49ers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as we were saying earlier, coming off a pretty convincing win against the Tennessee Titans, now visiting the 49ers, who just absolutely crushed the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tampa Bay, I think, is better than average team, but 49ers are now starting to turn around after the bye. Last week was a perfect example of that, so give me the 49ers to continue their winning streak. Next we have the New York Jets visiting the Buffalo Bills. Another divisional matchup, this time in the AFC East. Bills coming off a really disappointing loss on Monday night against the Denver Broncos. Jets having lost to the Oakland Raiders. They cannot wait to get Aaron Rodgers back. Who knows if he returns given their record. Despite how inconsistent Buffalo Bills have been, Jets' offense is putrid, so give me the Bills at home. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Los Angeles Rams. Seahawks having just beaten the Commanders, just a narrow victory, and then the Rams just coming off of their bye at home. It looks like Matt Stafford is going to be returning, so that will boost, obviously, the Rams' offense. That being said, Seahawks, I think, are a little bit better team. Rams at home, again, not much of a home field advantage. Expect Seattle in a close one. Then we have the Minnesota Vikings visiting the Denver Broncos. I made the mistake of picking the Saints last weekend against the Vikings. Vikings, ever since they traded for Dobbs, they've just been trending up. The vibes have been all positive. Visiting the Denver Broncos team, who has been also been trending up with Russell Wilson as of late. They got an unexpected victory, like we were saying, against the Bills. That being said, I'm still going to go with the Vikings despite being on the road and just continue that positive energy they have with Dobbs right now. And that takes us to the Monday night game, Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, both teams coming off of their bye. Obviously, this game can go either way. Call me the homer, but I am going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Reason being is this one is going to be more of a revenge factor from the Super Bowl from last year. Not necessarily that I think the Eagles are even the better team necessarily. Obviously, the Eagles are one of the best teams, Chiefs too. But I see this as, I just give the slight edge to the Eagles, just the fact that this is more of a, they want this game. This game has been circled on the calendar ever since they lost the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's just one game in this entire year, so me personally, as an Eagles fan, I don't want to invest too much and put all my, I would rather them not invest too much and put all their emotion into this game. It's one of those things where I'd almost rather just not lose the game, but almost rather lose the game, and rather than treat this game as like the Super Bowl, because while this game is a very important game and a gauntlet of games for the Eagles going forward, they have like the Bills, 49ers, Cowboys, it is still only one game, so I'm still going to give it to the Eagles. I think they want this game more, but I just hope it doesn't affect them going forward and they just don't overlook the rest of the games after this. So give me the Eagles in a really close one. And that's all I got for my Week 11 picks. As I was saying, currently sitting in third, still got a lot of time left to catch up. Looking forward to this next slate of games this weekend, especially obviously the Monday night game. Would love to get the revenge victory. And that's all I got. It's Andy, aka the Cali Bird, and yeah. Shaba. Go Birds.